What's good, people? Welcome to Plant-Based Leon. I'm Leon, and today I'm going to show you what I eat in a day. This is the first episode of the Food Diaries. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you my breakfast. That's my loaded porridge. I have this practically every single day. It's an amazing way to start the day. In that I put some dates, a banana, some coconut shredded pieces, oats, mixed spice, and some vanilla. Don't add too much to that though, because it can really ruin your porridge if you add too much. Just a little splash is enough. I'll chop up about 4 to 6 dates and a whole banana, and I put that in the saucepan. Then I put the saucepan on the stove with all that stuff in it. I let that bubble and it smells amazing. It doesn't really take long at all, probably like 5 minutes. Then I scoop that into the bowl. I add another banana. It's a great way to get a good amount of calories in a healthy way. And then I add a dollop of peanut butter. My peanut butter is 100% peanut, by the way, and I recommend that for you as well. Added some chocolate because life is too short, some almonds and some ground hemp seeds because they are a full protein, and I add some ground flax seeds as well. Now we buy Dow Egbert's coffee all the time because it's a great jar for drinking from or adding your seasonings. In fact, the almonds that I poured out were in a jar like that. So every time we get coffee, we get Dow Egbert's. In this instance, I made myself some mint tea to go with my amazing porridge. Now I'm going to show you how to make a very simple, easy 2-ingredient jam. It is literally the berry of your choice. You want to crush that, squash it down and all that stuff, and then add some chia seeds. The chia seeds will really help the jam to thicken up and lock up. Now a lot of people might think that the jam is a bit serious, like they might want to add a bit of sugar or something, so that is up to you. If you want to add sugar, that's fine. I really want my jam to be as close to a whole food plant-based jam as possible, so I didn't add no sugar to mine. It just means that I can eat that guilt-free. Snacks throughout the day, I might have some pistachios or some toffee popcorn. To my UK people, the toffee popcorn from Morrison's is vegan. So for my pistachio people, as a life hack, if you find one of those pistachios that are only like kind of half open, if that, then you want to grab the shell of another pistachio, put it in the gap and twist. And receive your reward. Drinks throughout the day, I really like having my watermelon juice. I can imagine some people not being too patient to make this. It's not that long to make. And then you want to grab yourself a nut milk bag like this one here. So I run my watermelon juice through that because the skin is quite sturdy and thick. Your stomach might struggle to digest that. I'll show you in a moment where those jars are from. For dinner, I had curry, rice, plantain and dumplings with some avocado on the side as well. Now, I'm telling you guys, this was a 10 out of 10. I kid you not. So to make this, I literally peeled a few potatoes, maybe 4 or 5 potatoes, and 2 sweet potatoes as well. It's nice to have the contrast in there. and I chop them into roughly this kind of size. Partly because they cook a lot quicker when they're diced up like that. So I just wash my potatoes. And then I put them on the stove to cook. I chopped up 2 onions, 1 small and 1 large, so you can maybe do 2 medium or whatever. And I'm gonna add mushrooms to this as well. But first I added a chili pepper and a bell pepper. Now with the chili pepper, if you don't like much of a kick in your food, then you can remove those seeds because that's really where the heat is. And it will make it a lot cooler. I chopped up the bell pepper and added it to the onions because I'll be sauteing those at the same time. And I also chopped up 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, and I also included some ginger as well. Now I didn't add a lot of ginger, I didn't add all that. I probably added about 1/3 of that, so I'd say about a tablespoon of ginger at most. Threw all of those in a really big pan. Whilst that's warming up, I added some rice to the rice cooker. I added 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, half a tablespoon of turmeric, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose seasoning, 1 tablespoon of mixed herbs, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and half a tablespoon of black pepper to those onions and peppers. I'm telling you, this is what gives it that kick. There was a leak in the fridge that was just like desperate to be used. So I pulled that out and chopped it up, and that got added as well. Here I'm just chopping up the mushrooms, but I don't add them straight away. What I did here is add the passata first. See, here's the jars that I was talking about. I use these jars a lot. So that's why I always buy that passata, because it's got 2 uses essentially. It's like a jar for life. In some I put my chia seeds, in other my flax powder. In here this quinoa, which I ended up adding to the rice actually. So now you can see me adding the mushrooms and the leeks to the passata. Full tin of coconut milk as well, which gives it this rich look and taste. Then I added those potatoes and a little bit of the liquid as well, just to keep it nice and runny. Then I banged the lid on it. Let that cook for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You can see the rice coming on nicely, and there's the quinoa in it as well. Now to make the dumplings, I added some self-raising flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and some plant-based milk. Here I used oat milk. You want to get it into a consistency roughly like this. Look at that, man, I got flour on the lens. I was so gutted when I was editing this, but you know what, we move. You want to make sure you prick your dumplings so they cook thoroughly all the way through. And then add them to some oil, which should already be kind of hot. You want them to be bubbling, but you also don't want your oil to be too high, because otherwise the outside of the dumpling will burn and the inside of the dumpling will be soft. I also chopped up some plantains to add to that as well. My goodness, I'm telling you, once I've done this voiceover, I'm going back downstairs to have some more. Remember the jam from earlier? All right, we're gonna use that now. And you can see it's thickened up a lot more now. So I'm having this with my dessert, which is yogurt and fruit. It's a very simple dessert for when you're on the go and when you just got things to do. So I added some blueberries and coconut. I literally did that just to flex. I don't usually add coconut. And I don't add mint either. In fact, I probably recommend you don't add mint, because when you eat that by mistake, it's not the one. but this was amazing. And again, I had seconds. And do you know what? This is really good for you as well. So it's a no guilt dessert. But anyway, I really hope that they bring some inspiration for you in your kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy what you see, subscribe. There's going to be plenty more food diaries